Armchairing with Bruce Maro on the One Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Armchairing. I'm your host, Bruce Maro. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Please hit the like button. You know, things that people need to say when you're on YouTube. Hit the like button. The new people, subscribe. And yes, I'm back. I've been away for couple weeks now. I'm back, and it's back to business. There's a lot of things to talk about tonight. Lakers. Yes, I haven't talked about the Lakers a lot in this podcast, but after a couple weeks, I've seen the Lakers play. Headlines about the Lakers. So are the Lakers contenders? It's March 18 precisely, which means basketball in college. There's already basketball in the NBA, but it's basketball in college. A lot of people prefer this time of the year because they have brackets. I have stopped doing brackets. I don't care about brackets because I never win. I always lose in the first round. But I'm gonna tell you my final four, and I'm gonna tell you my pick to win in men and women. First division only. I'm not doing second division or third division. Breaking news: WNBA and WNBA or WNBA. Okay, they agree. The players. No, well, they don't agree. They haven't signed anything yet. It's not official. It's a tentative deal. They said. Hopefully, everything is signed. But I don't know all the freaking details. I know things that I read on Cedar or Twitter, on X, on Blue Sky. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it a little bit. World Cup. 85 days until the best sport in the world is played. United States, Mexico, or in Canada. I'm not going to talk about Iran coming to play. Iran doesn't want to play in the United States. They want to play in Mexico now. They want to change the game. They don't want to play in the United States and Mexico. I don't know. I wonder why they don't play they don't want to play in the United States anymore. I don't know. I'm just asking. But let's talk about the Lakers. Charles Barkley favorite team. Off season they started hot, and Austin Reeves was on his way. LeBron didn't play because he had a sciatica issue. He didn't play, but the team was balling. Austin Reeves was on his way because Luka sometimes didn't play. Austin Reeves was on his way to be an all-star, and then he got hurt. LeBron came back, and then boom, there was some winning, there was some losing. JJ Redick haters. He talk about how's coaching now, huh? You were criticizing Doc Rivers. JJ Redick lovers. I was like, oh, well, she's a good coach. She's the next spot, right? So they struggle for a bit, and then suddenly they are hot. The Lakers are hot. They won 9 of their last 10 games. They are currently third in the Western Conference with a 43-25 record. They have a 1.5 game lead over the 4th place Houston Rockets, and I believe they're gonna play tonight. I believe. If I look at the schedule, I had the schedule in front of me before I studied, and I don't see it anymore. But I'm gonna look right now. NBA. Yes, Lakers are playing the Lakers at Houston at 9:30 on ESPN. So anyway, So yeah, they won the 9 of the last 10. And why are they winning the 9 of the last 10? I mean, they have some great players on the team. They have Luka. I think that he's the best player, the primary engine. He's averaging 32.8 points, 8.5 assists, and 8.4 rebounds, and probably 15 minutes of talking to the refs. They have LeBron James, so-called the GOAT, the greatest GOAT of all time. So he's like a role player now. He's like a playmaker, probably playing better defense and more efficient because he doesn't have to carry the team anymore because Luka is carrying the team. But if the Lakers win, you're going to say, LeBron won the 5th championship. He's the GOAT. You have Austin Reeves. I think he's the second best player on the team. But, you cannot have 2 white guys being the best players on the team. So I guess LeBron, second best player. DeAndre Ayton, who a couple weeks ago said that he doesn't want to be Clint Capella, but suddenly he looks himself in the mirror. He said, I'm the effort guy. Now he's more consistent into interior and he's grabbing rebounds. So there's 3 reasons I think Lakers are balling. Number 1, the Luka Doncic. He should be in the MVP conversation with SGA or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic. I forgot his first name. Jokic. Something. Or the Joker. So I mentioned his production. I mentioned LeBron new role, accepting Luka is the best player. He's 41. He cannot be doing everything on his own. He let go of the hair. Now he's bald now. And they have 3 playmakers. They have created practically a three playmakers. You have Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Luka. And then you have the others, the former defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart, Ayton, all the others on the team, and they're better defensively. And over the last 2 months, they are second in the NBA in defensive rating. Dorian Finney-Smith and Marcus Smart. Dorian Finney-Smith. Nah, Dorian Finney-Smith is on the Rockets. I mean, Marcus Smart. Really, really, really great in his role as a defender. Sometimes he gets the best player on the other team. And they have limited the opponent shooting. They are better defensively. That's a great achievement considering Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron are not really great defensively. But people were saying they were not good in good defensively. But they're playing better. I cannot hate. They are being clutch. They're one of the best in the clutch. They're 20-13. And there was a game recently where Luka Doncic hit a game winner, even though the referee messed up for the Nuggets, but against the Nuggets. So they've been clutch. And they are beating some really good teams. They've been 19-14 against winning teams. They beat the Rockets on March 16th. They beat the Nuggets on March 14th. They beat the Timberwolves on March 10th. And they beat the Knicks on March 8th. well, everybody's recently, sometimes they beat the Knicks because the Knicks have been disappointing this season, especially the kitten. You know, I mean, Carl Anthony Town. So against 500 teams, they are 22-8. That's very good. That makes you, like, if you have a good record over 500 teams, you're a very good team. 72 in one possession games, 72. Yeah, against the Nuggets, Wolves, and Knicks, they just allowed 109.3 points per game, which is very good. I mean, years ago, that's still much, but in today's NBA, that's very good. So they have a rematch tonight against Rockets, like I just mentioned. So let's see what they do. Me personally, I don't think the Lakers gonna go anywhere, are gonna win a championship. But if there's a playoff right now, if the playoff was right now, what's tonight? They would play the Timberwolves, and I think I'll pick the Timberwolves over the Lakers. I'm sorry, that would be an upset. I'm picking the Timberwolves over the Lakers. Sorry, I don't think Ayton can. I think Gobert is better than Ayton. I think Anthony Edwards will step up. Yeah, if it's Lakers and the Timberwolves, I'm picking Timberwolves. And wasn't the Timberwolves who eliminated the Lakers last season? So, I mean, the Lakers are better, but we'll see. Very quickly, we have a lot of topics to cover tonight. Let me go to the WNBA. For months, we've been waiting to see what's going to happen to the WNBA, and because I thought there was going to be a lockout, the way he was looking at it, they gave the last deadline they gave was March 10. March 10 was like 8 days ago, and then last night, a tentative deal was reached between the players and, well, the reps of the players and WNBA executive, and here are some key outcomes of the agreement. So the revenue sharing, for the first time in league history, the players' salaries will be tied to the share of league revenue. That's one of the major priority that the union wanted for the 17-month negotiation. That's one of the main things that they wanted. For so long, they didn't have a share of the revenue. Now they have a share of the revenue. Now there's a salary increase. There's gonna be Supermax players who are gonna be having $1 million salaries. I know a bunch of players, they make a lot of money off the court, like Brianna Stewart, like Plum, like Kevin Clark, like AJ Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu. But that's significant. Means that the other players who do not have those sponsors, they have a chance, if they improve their game, if they become great players, they have a chance to get the $1 million. And once you reach the $1 million salary, it's gonna go from there. It's a 7-year deal with 6-year and 1-year option. So I remember, so a player the average was 66,000. Now it's 500,000. I mean, no, 66,000 was the minimum. Like now it's 500,000, and it was 120 under the previous. Now it's 500,000 for average player compensation. So benefits will be housing, retirement, family planning, and parental leave. They're women. Some could get pregnant and stuff, and things happen. You know, they have husbands, partners, so things happen. So the agreement was reached like 51 days before the opener. The opener is May 8th. So today is March 18th. So we'll see. There's going to be an expansion draft. There has to be an expansion draft. There's the draft. There's training camp. There's preseason. A lot of things have to happen. But the agreement has to be ratified by a vote of the players. So hopefully that happens, and the league has to approve it. The board of WNBA Board of Governors have to approve. And there's a lot of people who are free agents. A lot of people who are free agents. I'm gonna say a couple of them, and you guys can have an idea. Let's see. There's unrestricted and there's restricted free agent. There's Asia Wilson, who I just heard before coming to the podcast that the Aces are ready to give him a max supermax as soon as the deal is approved. Brianna Stewart is a free agent, unrestricted. You have Neficia Collar, you have Onescu, you have Jackie Young, you have Cassie Mitchell, you have Kelsey Plum, you have Arike Agumbale, you have Satu Sabali, you have Alyssa Thomas. Wow. And some restricted free agent, you have Ron Howard, Shakira Austin, Lexi Hall. So the salary cap is expected to jump to $7 million. So yeah, and there's going to be 2 expansions in the Toronto Temple and the Portland Fires, and I think there's other teams coming in the next couple of years. So I'm a WNBA fan, been watching since I was a child. Well, not a child, a teenager. I cannot wait. I'm happy that the 17-month negotiation is over. Well, it's not over yet. We have to ratify. I'm hoping there's ratification by the players and the WNBA. And we shall see in the next couple of months. We're going to talk about it when there's more information coming. March Madness. I'm not going to say every team is a tournament. Congratulations to all the teams that made it. A lot of teams didn't make it, and the coach got fired. I'm not going to say their name, so I'm sorry for every coach that lost their job. But congrats to all the teams that made the tournament, you know. I'm going to be... was it last year? All number 1 in the men bracket? Got in, or the women? I don't remember. But I'm picking all number 1 to be in the Final Four. That's what I think. I think all number 1 going to be in the Final Four. I think it's going to be Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida. I see a lot of people saying, I heard Jamal Mashburn and Barkley saying on TST yesterday, I think before the Houston game, they were talking about it's the Arizona Invitational. I don't think that's the Arizona Invitational. I think Florida is gonna repeat. Yes, I am biased. I am a Gator. And last year I said Florida was gonna win. Everybody did not agree. And what happened? Florida won, and we're gonna win again. Trust me, Florida Gators, we are ready to. Everybody picked us. Nobody picked us in the South. I heard about, Vanderbilt gonna beat Florida. Who said that? Did I hear that last night? I remember. I heard a lot of teams gonna beat Florida. That's okay. We're gonna win. Final Four. That's us. Okay? Don't ever bet against the Gators. But I'm gonna be fair. Why I think Duke can win? Duke can win. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna say the favorites. I think the 4 number 1s are the favorite. I think Houston has a chance to win. I know they are in the South. I am picking Florida, but I think Houston has a chance to win because they have one of the best defense in the nation. Okay, and a lot of people pick Houston to upset Florida. But that's okay. But we're going to win. He's going to win. So I take five favorite. Five favorite for number one, and the number two in the South, Houston. But okay. But why I think Duke, my final four, why I think my final four in the main bracket is gonna win. May win. Duke. Of the year, average 22.5 points, 9.2 rebounds. He's versatile. Yeah. Shooting 40% from three. Yeah. He's powerful inside. I'll take his number one. Yeah. Whatever. And the center, Patrick Ngomba. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. They lead the nation in scoring. I mean, all right. I mean, ACC Coach of the Year, John Shire. Yeah. I remember John Shire playing. That's how old I am. He's probably my age. No, he's not my age. I might be older than him. I don't know. Duke beat Michigan and Florida already in the season. Okay, whatever. It's all right. Okay, Indianapolis. I mean, they have won titles in the Indianapolis League already, but it was not the same team. So, I mean, yeah. But there's concern. Their starting guard, Caleb Foster, is out. And Patrick Ndugonga, the second, is as foot soreness. The foot has been bothering him. And they have no experience. They've been relying on freshmen. Boozer is a freshman. I know freshmen have won, whatever. So that's why I think Duke can win, and why I don't think Duke can win. Why Michigan can win? Yeah. I mean, they have front court. They have giants, bro. They have front court. They have Andy Mara, 7'3", Lender Borg, 6'9", Johnson Jr., 6'9". Damn. Lender Borg is a beast, bro. He's the Big Ten Player of the Year. And versatile. Another unicorn. I don't know about the nickname unicorn. I mean, Porzingis is called a unicorn, and look at what's going on with him. He can guard multiple positions, and he can score. Okay, whatever. They have a top defense. Okay. Dusty May, he's doing a great job. They have won some shootouts. But here's my concern. The LJ Carson, they lost LJ Carson. Their backcourt is in trouble because they lost LJ Carson. Okay. And they have trouble with turnovers. And when they go cold from three, they go cold. So they shoot some threes, but when they go cold, they go cold. Live by the three, die by the three. So that's why Michigan can win. That's why Michigan cannot win. Why Arizona can win? A lot of people favorite. They are in the top 5. They are in the top 5. They are in the top offensively and in the top defensively. They have a scoring balance. All 5 starters are in double digits. They dominate in the paint. Jaden Bradley, he was the Big 12 player in the year, and he's a senior. He's a presence. He's calmed the team, man. When the team is panicking, he's calming the team. Burris, the freshman, man, he can score. He flat out can score. Braden Burris, he flat out can score. I don't know if he's gonna stay. I think he might try to be in the NBA. And off the bench, they have some former starters. You have Del Orso and Toby Awaka. He was Big 12 six-man of the year. So yeah. So because of their front court, they're very physical. and they can grab rebounds. So that's a rebound advantage with Michigan. Yeah, but there's witnesses. There's witnesses. Free throws. They're 3 points. They cannot shoot threes. They cannot shoot threes. 26%. So that's why I think Michigan can win and Michigan can win. My favorite. Florida Gators. All right. Repeat. We're going to repeat. There's a repeat factor. Motivated. 4 of the 5 starters are back. The best player he got traded to Memphis, I think. The best player last season, I think he got traded to Memphis. And you have Will Richards with the dreadful Golden State Warriors. They can shoot the 3, bro. They can shoot the 3. Number 1 in the nation in shooting threes. Can shoot the 3. Can shoot the 3. They have interior. They can beat Houston. I'm sorry, they can beat Houston. They would play Houston somewhere they have played well. But here's my issue with the team. The free throws, man. The free throws. And they have a target on their back. Every team is going to be motivated to knock out the champs. Why I'm picking Florida? I know they're probably not the best team. It's basically emotional. It's emotional. Yeah, emotional. So, my heart said Florida's going to win the whole thing, but my head said I am pick. Okay, I'm going to do 2 picks for this. I think Florida is my heart. They're going to win the tournament. I think this team is worse than last season. But my head thinks that. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I think Arizona could pull it up. I think Arizona. Head, Arizona. Heart, Florida. Women. Women. Man, I didn't watch a lot of those games. I watched some LSU, some South Carolina. I watched UConn a little bit. I saw Duke. I saw the Duke LSU game where Flaugier was talking a lot of trash to Lawson. Lawson, the coach of the USA basketball team. But I saw the Texas when the Texas beat South Carolina. That was interesting to me. Oh my God. My final 4 teams for the women are, I had it here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my God, I had it here. I think I had South Carolina, UConn, UCLA, and Texas. UConn can win because they are undefeated. They have undefeated momentum, but that's not always good. As the part can shoot. Sarah Strong, the 1-2 punch. They oh man. As the part can shoot the ball. Flat out shoot the ball. I mean, he's like a student of Steph Curry is her mentor. They have championship pedigree. I mean, one of the greatest coach of women basketball. They have a top tier defense. They have depth. So I think if they are underestimating players of the team, that's why they could lose. If Aziford go cold, they're gonna lose. So we'll see. I don't see any sign of weaknesses with UConn, but things happen. Texas can win. They're battle tested. They have 14 wins over ranked opponents. They have a great defense, man. Second best defense in the nation. Madison Booker is All-American. She can play. Flat out can play. That point guard, Roria Almond, she's a leader. She dishes the ball and she can steal the ball. They have bigs that can dominate, and those guys can prevent the other team to grab the boards. Odake and Cunningham. So they are going to be in the Fort Worth regional. So there's going to be basically at home. So yeah. Why UCLA can win? I mean, Laureate Betts, the last couple of seasons, they've been in it. They have a good backcourt. Kiki Rice is elite. They 18-0 in Big Ten. They can rebound the ball. They're versatile. And it should be interesting. But if Lauren Betts has an off game, I think they're in trouble. South Carolina, there's something missing with the team. I don't know what. Even though they are championship DNA, they rely on Chloe Kitts too much. They can rebound. Don't steady play a lot of players. A lot of players, man. But they have a player named Tack. She can block. I see her blocking all the time. So I don't know. I don't think South Carolina is gonna win the whole thing, but they have a chance. You cannot underestimate winners. Yeah. So I said South Carolina, UCLA, Texas, and UConn. Ooh. I didn't mention upsets with the men bracket, but there could be upsets in the women bracket. You know, I think Nebraska could beat Baylor. James Madison could beat Kentucky, and Fairfield could beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame relies too much on what's her name? Hidalgo. Yeah. And I don't know about TCU. Yeah, I don't know about TCU. So yeah. And I'm picking, wow, who am I picking? I don't see anybody beating UConn, man. I'm sorry. I don't see. Texas could beat UConn, but I don't see anybody beating them. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm picking UConn to win. So, UConn. Head UConn, heart UConn. Yeah. So those are my picks. So let's see in a couple weeks what happened. The third tournament. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, for being here. Football. We are 85 games of the World Cup. The best game of all time. Football. I'm sorry, soccer. I forgot I'm in the USA. Soccer, but it's football. 85 days. I don't know. We don't know if Messi is gonna play, but I know two countries I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna try to take notes during every game, and then I'm gonna come here and tell you what I see. I'm gonna tell you what I see. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do during the World Cup, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I see with the best players, whatever. I'm gonna watch two teams, Haiti and Argentina. Argentina, that's been my favorite team outside of Haiti, because my favorite player of all time is Diego Armando Maradona, the greatest football player or soccer player of all time. But people say Messi. But to me, Diego Armando Maradona He's the greatest. I have the poster right there. I have the poster of Messi and Maradona right there. One day maybe I'll start the show, or I'm gonna take the poster. I'm gonna put it back there in the World Cup so you guys can see Maradona and Messi together. 85 games. So I wanted to talk about, for those people who do not like football. I know a lot of people don't like soccer. It's okay. I mean, everybody has their own taste and whatever. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about football, explain it a little bit, very briefly. I'm not gonna stay long. Where is football? Where football come from? I mean, there's no specific origin. Today, I'm going to talk about our history of football, how football happened. And then next week, I might talk about the rules. And then the week after, I might talk about the teams. I might start talking about the teams. And then a couple of weeks later, I'll talk about no, there's gonna be a Wednesday. I'm gonna talk about great players on the game, and then I'm gonna talk about the teams, and then I'm gonna tell you my favorites. But I don't know. See, today I'm gonna talk about the history. So, where is football come from? There's no specific. There's no specific country or country or person that they say created football, but a lot of people said it was created in England. But if you study where it could from, we could go back all the way to China in the third to second century BC. The earliest form of the game was called Kuju, where people were, it was a military exercise where players were kicking a leather ball into a small net, Kuju. And in Japan, in 600 before AD, there was a version called Kemari, where players worked together to kick the ball in the air, only on their feet. And you had other cultures who had their own version. You have Greece, ancient Greece. You have Episkeros. In Rome, you had Alpastum. And Australian, you had Menguk. And then where people say, why people say it's England who created, because in medieval time, there was the game called mob football. Okay, it was called folk or mob football, where different players, different people played together or against each other, but there's always a lot of violence and there was no rules. So it was banned by some English leaders for so many years. Including it was banned by King Edward in 1314, King Edward II in 1314. So when it started to have rules, we started to have rules in the 19th century. So in 1848, you had the Cambridge rules, Cambridge University. They started to create where you have to play with your feet. And you have the 1863, 11 London clubs were existed, and they created the Football Association. And there was a split one day where some people wanted the ball needs to be created only for the feet. The game should be only for the feet. And there was some wanted, oh, we have to touch our hands too. So all those wanted the feet, they just went aside and created Association of Football. And then some wanted feet and hands as well. No, some wanted the hands. They created rugby. That's why you have rugby and football, or in America. That's the only country they call soccer, football. So the first game happened in 1872, and it was between England and Scotland, 0-0. I know a lot of people hate the sport because there's not a lot of scoring, but that's what makes it fun. You have to work with your feet to score. I might buy something to hold it and show you guys how some tactics happen. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. Let's see, what else should I say? So the FIFA was created in 1904. That's the Federation International Football Association. That's what FIFA stands for. In 1904 in Paris, it was created and to manage the competition. And in 1930, the first World Cup happened, and it was held in Uruguay, Uruguay, and Uruguay won the first World Cup. I think Uruguay has two. I think Uruguay has the first two. I think. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong. So yeah, the first World Cup happened. So over the years, we saw some change in the rules, and in this World Cup, I'm going to talk about this today. Yeah, I'll talk about the other things next week. In change today, so the goalkeeper, that's the only person that can handle the ball with a hand in the game is the goalkeeper. They call the goalkeeper. It's the person who stand in front of the net. Okay, so there's rule. Initially, you had only 6 seconds because sometimes goalkeepers, they hold the ball when it's like the game is almost over, the game is tied, or they have like a 2-1 lead or 3-2 lead, and they don't want to lose. They holding the ball. They just making time pass. I remember when I was a kid, they used to do that, and then they had a rule now. It's a 6 second. Now it's 8 seconds. If you hold the ball more than 8 seconds as a goalkeeper, it's a corner kick for the other team. Corner kick means that, there's a square in football. There's a square. How should I put it? Let me see. So there's a square. That's not a square. Okay. There's a square. Okay. So the corner, you have the two corners, and you have the goalkeeper in the middle. So if you hold the ball for more than 8 seconds, so they have a corner kick. So you go, the other player of the team, opponent, go to the corner, and then you can kick the ball to go to the middle. Okay, I have to talk about this again because it's not good. This is like a power bank. So, okay, substitution. I remember as a kid, when a team wants to substitute, you can substitute. I think 3 times. It's not like basketball. You can substitute multiple times. That's why when I first watched basketball, I was like, why are they substituting so? I mean, you have to stop. You can substitute multiple times. The first time I watched basketball, because in football you can only substitute like I think 3 times, 3 players, 3 or 4. Man, I have to check that. So I think it's 3. And then they used to walk so slowly to allow that team to take a break, because in football you have to be in condition because you're running all the time. You have to be in great shape, cardio. Even though Maradona, he was heavy, or FAT, they said. I don't want to say that. FAT. He was. Hey, if he took care of his body, man. So he was getting injured all the time, but he used to run, and somebody could stop him, and he was heavy. So they walk slowly. Now it's that second. If you take too long, if you take too long when to make the other player to come, you're gonna have to wait 1 minute before your player comes in. So it's 11 players. 11 players. I forgot to say that. It's 11 players. It's 11 players. The 10 and the goalkeeper. The 10 players and the goalkeepers. That's 11. Injury treatment. I remember as a kid, people get injured or fake injuries. Hey, soccer players or football players are the greatest actors of all time. Oh my God. Oh. They see other team gonna score or they want to get a break. All of a sudden, they fall on the ground. If you have injury, you cannot be on the field. You cannot be on the field and wasting time. Okay, you have to go out and then 1 minute wait. As a kid, man, that's a lot of change. As a kid, there has been some crazy goals sometime, and you think that's not a goal, but you cannot review it. Just like there's replay in basketball, there's replay now in football. Okay, so that's why Maradona in 1986 he scored a goal like with a hand, and he call it the God goal. No, the hand goal, hand God. I know it in French, so I cannot say it in English exactly what I say. But if back in the day they had the replay, they call it VR scope, the goal would not be allowed. So offside. How can I say that? How can I explain offside? Because I have to show the thing. I have to show this. So I'll talk about this another time. That's one of the reasons I have to have the soccer thing to show. So there are some things I have to have play. I have to have something to show you guys how it's done. So there's yellow card. When the referee give you a yellow card, it's like a caution. Okay. If you give you a red card, it's like you're out. You're out. And now usually all the players used to talk to the referee. Now it's only the captain. I think they're trying to make the game quicker. Yeah. And yeah. And you know those sneakers, those shoes, they have like a pointy. They're very pointy because you're trying to grip the grass. And when you tackle, man, you know how many, hey, when that shoe hit your chin or your the chin or your your leg or something, man, there's some bleeding, man. I've seen some players, their legs just go way up and they hit the person there, and they have to go take you to a hospital because there could be a hole there because it's very pointy and they're trying to grip the grass. So yeah, yeah, 2 teams of 11 players, and it's 45 minutes, and then there's overtime because sometimes there's more time added because of substitution or injuries. So that's all I'm gonna say for today. It's not like American football, but I think it's a nice game. You have to give it a shot. I think that's the best game in the world. I need to bring like a cardboard or something to show, or I have a green or something green. What is it called? Green. Oh my God, I forgot. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening wherever you're getting your podcast. And as you can see on the screen, the Bucks have their women bracket tomorrow. And I already said UConn. They're probably gonna say somebody else. But if they're smart like me, they're gonna say UConn. I'm just kidding. Every Wednesday, I'm here unless I have to go to another country or traveling or the weather, or whatever. Thank you for listening. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. As always, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.
Armchairing with Bruce Maro on the One Podcast Network.